Our top focus this hour, India and the Maldives held their first high-level core group meeting today amid the ongoing diplomatic row. The Ministry of External Affairs said that both of the countries discussed wide-ranging issues to find a mutually workable solution. The Maldives ministry, in a statement, said that both sides expressed a willingness to intensify cooperation and even agreed to fast-track the withdrawal of Indian military personnel. Earlier today, Maldivian President Muizzu had asked India to withdraw its military personnel from his country by the 15th of March. Currently, there are 88 Indian military personnel in the Maldives. The request for the withdrawal of Indian military personnel comes amid a row between the two nations in the backdrop of derogatory comments posted by three deputy ministers of the Muizzu government against Prime Minister Modi, specifically over his visit to Lakshadweep. We're crossing over to my colleague Rishabh to get us more details on this. Rishabh, we're now learning that India and Maldives have held their first high-level core group meeting today. The outcome seems positive, but give us more details.
Well, definitely. If you see, the first core group meeting was held today, and remember, on the sidelines of COP28 in Dubai, both the leaders, President Muizzu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, did meet and discuss this issue and decided that a core team will take it forward. The first meeting took place today, but a lot has happened since morning. You know, when the core group meeting began, the sources suggested that the discussions over the withdrawal of troops will take place. Soon after that, there was a press conference by the Principal Secretary on Public Policy of President Muizzu, where the Principal Secretary went on to say that there is a deadline to withdraw its troops. Then came the Indian statement, which talked about a mutually workable solution about Indian platforms in Malé, and that is something where we understood that there are discussions that are happening. But soon after, there was a statement that came in from the Foreign Ministry of Maldives, which said that both the countries have agreed to expedite the process of withdrawal of Indian troops, which showcases that while India is looking at a workable solution, Maldives is hell-bent that India needs to withdraw its troops. And what are these troops doing in Maldives? We need to understand. There are Dorniers, there are helicopters, and there are rescue boats that India had gifted to Maldives in the last 1.5 decades. And all these military personnel posted there are primarily there for the maintenance of these platforms that India has provided to Maldives for search and rescue operations. But given that Muizzu's whole plank was India out campaign, and he has been talking about how India should remove its military presence in Maldives. In last 2 months, we have seen the president of Maldives stressing upon this issue. And just after returning from China, where there were statements that came in from the president, where he went on to say that we are no one's backyard. We might be small, but we cannot. That does not give a license and to anybody to bully us. All these statements were seen in connection with India, and now this happening. So the diplomatic row that escalated after the statements by the deputy minister, as you mentioned, has now reached to a point where Maldives is hell-bent that the Indian troops needs to be withdrawn from Maldives as soon as possible.
All right, Rishabh, thank you so much for joining us and giving us a very comprehensive look into what the situation is currently between India and the Maldives. With this, we're going to be shifting focus.